Another good frost. I have a feeling it's going to be a frosty winter. Fortunately, we don't get snow where we are. That's a bonus, I suppose. Getting a few chores done before today. I'm heading to Sydney for the night. I'm going to catch the train. I'm going to catch up with my brother. He flies out tomorrow back to Hong Kong. And mum and stepdad. I'm going to go, there's a concert down there, acoustic concert. That should be a bit of fun. So I've got to milk for the Savo, and Dad's going to milk in the morning, tomorrow morning. And yeah, should be good. I'm going to catch a train so that I can get some office work done on the train. Takes about, 5 hours on the train to get there. Usually it's about sort of, I don't know, 3.5 on the car, but can't do much when you're driving, so might as well catch a train and get some office work done. So I getting the springers fed. Oh, here they come. Go, Gal. What are you doing? And then I'll get the silage put out. Make sure everything's tip-top before heading off. Unwrap. I usually keep it in here where the stack is, unwrapping, just the plastic, and then because the cows don't get in here and there's no manure, and so then your plastic wrap doesn't pick up cow manure. It means you don't get covered in it when you roll the plastic up. So I just cut like a crisscross pattern and then down the sides. And then with the soybeans, because it's so loose, I just spear it. I'm spearing it down the middle, picking it up on its side, and then I'll unwrap the net wrap when it's out in the paddock. Otherwise it'll just fall to bits in the silage stack area, and I'll have to throw it over the fence, which would be a pain in the butt. The young group of heifers fed. Last job of the morning. Time for breakfast. Made it to the big smoke. Always busy. Walking down the Circular Quay. There's shows at the Opera House tonight, so it's not just a tourist attraction, there's always lots of events there. Is it all trains? Can't be trains. It's like LEDs or something. Really awesome concert last night. It's good to catch up with Mum and Mick and Tom. And yeah, one of the best I reckon. That was Jose Gonzales from Sweden. And yeah, amazing voice, so been really fun. It's about 5:30 in Sydney, so just a quick trip. And catch the train back. Be back before lunch. Get a bit more office work done. Just around the corner from the Opera House here. Very pretty city, Sydney. The harbour and stuff, and Yeah, well worth a look if you haven't been before. A bit quieter than last night. This is the CBD of Sydney. Lots of hotels, cafes, offices. Very quiet this time of the morning. Only runners and house workers. Really lucky to be able to get away for the night. Thankfully Lauren's got the troops in check back home. Thought I'd just do a really quick trip. Just takes a bit less pressure off the kids and family and stuff. It's funny, you don't expect big parks in a big city. It's probably more congested further out west in Sydney, but in the actual CBD there's lots of really awesome parks. Unfortunately, way too many homeless people sleeping on benches. Whew. Yeah, it's something you're not exposed to that much on the farm, and it's not good. Not good at all, especially in a Western society. It's just crazy, but anyway. So 2.5k walk this morning, just back from the hotel to Central Station where I'm gonna G-walk, where the XPT, the country train, goes from, and then the train home. Get there just before lunch. Gonna go and have lunch in town with Lauren and baby Neve, and kids are at school and preschool today, and we'll get into it. I got the sheeting going on tomorrow, so electricians coming to do the meter work, so we're going to put all the meters into one, and then that'll offset the bulk of everything. So that's happening Tuesday, so big day Tuesday. But yeah, that'll be done then, and I'll get back into it soon. And none of these trendy cafes are on Farmer Time. There's so many around. I'm in Surrey Hills here, just around the corner from Central Station, which is sort of the hub train station in the middle of Sydney. Not a cafe, and plenty of 7-Elevens, like Quickie Marts. But don't really feel like that for breakfast. Found some little places just outside Central. They look good. So it turns out CJ's is the cafe to be. It's full of tradies. They've got a few boiled eggs and some chia pudding and coffee. And so check it out if you're here early. Back into it now. Spent a bit of time this arvo getting the BAS finalised. So just updated cash flow budgets. Checked everything over, everything's looking pretty good. Coming towards the end of the financial year, got some decision making to do on spending and that sort of thing, depending on tax situation. And now back into feeding the calves. Kids are pretending to be unicorns. So the level 2 guys are here on the job getting this meter sorted. So yeah, it's going to look a lot neater. Everything's going to be plugged into one meter. Gonna be good. First sheet on. Yeah, so Dad's just gonna put the bucket on so we can get up here. The first sheet, we just push it up. Up here, curved nicely. And Dad's just got a hoe handle, just holding up the end of the sheet while we push it up over the purlins. And then we're just gonna get the bucket on so I can just get up on it and shift that across to. Got to get the first one right, and then the rest can just follow it. halfway along. Gonna get the tractor for a little bit more sheeting, so it's coming along. It's quite time consuming though. Lots and lots of roofing screws, lots of sort of measuring, just making sure we're keeping it parallel with everything. Well, a bit over half done, so tomorrow we'll just finish the rest off. The first couple of sheets were really tough to get right, just because we were going over the curve beam. But once we got them sort of parallel, those two, and then we just measured off the end of the purlins back to the edge of the sheet each time we put a sheet on, and gradually sort of, if we need to do any correcting, we could do it there. Day 2 on the roof. Should get it knocked over today. Topping up some more roofing screws. Got my slippers on today. I reckon they grip really well on this tin, so helps when you're going down the slope. Try not to slide all the way down on the calves. Last sheet has just gone on. Last 2 sheets, so we're just going to fix them in and then it's done. It's nice and big. Plenty of room for solar panels.